The hate that the great Deion Sanders, Coach Prime, is receiving is ridiculous. And in this video, we gonna tap into it. We gonna hear some things from the horse's mouth, i.e. Deion himself. And then I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts on it in maybe a different way for y'all to think about it, because I'm a college football fanatic, so I exactly understand what Coach Prime is doing. Let's get to it.
George has time, and his pass is intercepted.
They're not catching
Going
him.
down the sideline.
Deion Sanders.
It's confidence. I don't consider it cockiness. I feel like I was somewhat of an entertainer doing what I love to do.
Prime time.
Old school entertainer.
I think Deion Sanders is the greatest athlete I've ever been around.
It was always a big event if Deion Sanders came into the room.
Nobody loved the spotlight more.
Make a way for black style. Make a way for black men to do what they do.
Now, I guess a lot of people that forgot, man, who this man is. One of the greatest to ever touch that field. And we ain't even gonna talk about his baseball accomplishment, played for 5 NFL teams, 4 major league teams. But on that football field, the man knows exactly what he's doing. So before we get even deeper into this good conversation about Coach Prime, go ahead and drop that intro. See, what we got to understand with this coaching game is just like Deion said it himself, either you're going to be elevated or you're going to be terminated. Getting buried coaching at the school, it don't work like that, okay? Either you got to elevate while you're hot and try to get to the top, or eventually you'll probably fall off and you're going to be replaced. That's just how it goes. See, everybody coming down on the brother saying about this HBCU thing, why would you leave to go to the bigger schools or go to the PWIs? That's predominantly white institutions. That's what that stands for. HBCU, historical black colleges and universities. PWI, predominantly white institutions. So, y'all got to know how this works. You can see what the brother has done. The brother has came in to the FCS, which you got the FBS, that's where you see the national championship, the IEs, the Georgias, the Alabamas, the Oregons, Michigans, Ohio State, 120 teams. That's the FBS because they have the highest populations. Then right below that you have the FCS. That is what Jackson State and a lot of other HBCUs fall under. Places, North Dakota State, stuff like that. And what this man has done, first 5-star recruits coming to HBCUs. He was only making $300,000 and gave half of that right back to the school to upgrade the facilities for the players. They ain't lost a game in 2-3 fucking years, okay? And it gets frustrating. Excuse me, sorry about that, guys. It gets frustrating, completely frustrating, when people get down, for elevating. Coach Prime didn't need to be a coach. This Deion Sanders, one of the richest athletes that ever did it. He didn't need to do any of this. Started off coaching youth or middle school or something for free. Got the opportunity, took this institution to the greatest heights it's ever seen. Period. I'm a college football fanatic. Let's not try to argue it, okay? In other HBCUs, yes, you had Steve McNair. He's done the most since Steve McNair back in the early 90s with Alcorn. Okay? He didn't have to do it. He has elevated so many young black males' lives. So many of them. Doing things for the community. And then people get to say, he taking it. If you're going to take it as a stepping stone, that's okay, but don't just act like God brought you to coach for Jackson State. Why he didn't? He didn't have to do it. It was a calling for Coach Prime to come in and do what he's doing. And look what he has changed. You getting to see national games. I know it was at least 5 or 6 games that was on national TV of multiple HBCU teams. I'm a college football fanatic. It does not happen like that. Single-handedly, this guy has did that. Then you got the other coaches, other organizations hating on him because they can't be him. See, the thing about it is when we see people that have a certain greatness about them, stop trying to break that down because that's not your greatness. Each one of us have our own type of greatness. Just because you want that greatness, that don't mean that that greatness is for you. This greatness is for him, and he's elevating other young men. 70 to 80% of all college football players are black. Why the fuck does it matter where he's doing it at? He's elevating young black men, teaching them how to be man, teaching them how to be disciplined, helping them get to other parts in their life. We have to commend that and stop hating on that.
On my life. And I feel like I got to do something about it. It's been 4 or more African-American head coaches at the next level that has been terminated. I haven't heard not one other than a candidate like myself to replace them. So to me, that's a problem that many don't think about, but that's a problem. If someone don't step up and step out and hold it down for us, there's a problem. And many of detractors, I guess they don't understand college football consists of 70% African American. I don't care where you at. It just happens to be more at a HBCU. But it's not like I'm not gonna speak into the lives of young African American men and women alike, because my challenge is still to provoke change no matter where I am. And I'm gonna be me.
You know, have people ever sat back to ask themselves, maybe he has a goal in coaching. Maybe, you know, his alma mater is Florida State University, which is in the FBS. Maybe he wants to win the FBS National Championship. Maybe he wants to use Colorado as a stepping stone to get to FSU so he can try to get them a national championship. See, what y'all are not seeing is the dominoes that are falling. Is that he had to move out of the way of Jackson State so somebody else can come up behind him. Same way with the other institutions. To where people not going to be scared to hire younger, flashier, you know, more modernized coaches that are black because they see the success that can come behind it. So what he's doing in IE 20 years is you're going to see a majority of coaches black, whether it's in the FCS or the FBS. Because if he come in and do what he did with Colorado, which in a couple years he'll move on to another organization, another institution, take them to the national championship, guess the doors that open up to where you have black men that's going to be able to bring in other black male coaches. You know, a lot of people don't know about football, but there's 12, 13 coaches out there. They can bring in all of them, and all of them are helping, blessing other young black men, being able to give some time and some of their salary to the local teams, local camps. You know, it's all a domino effect, but everybody want to sit and want somebody to sit in one place. He has done everything he can do with Jackson State. They cannot win the FBS National Championship. They don't have enough population in the school to be an FBS school. He's done everything he can do. Back-to-back SWAC championships, back-to-back undefeated seasons, bringing 5-star players in, got the facilities upgraded, did all kind of things for the community. He's done everything he can do there. Give somebody else another chance. Let him come in. Let him go and try to follow his dreams now. Now he did everything he said he was going to do plus more. Okay, go look at the Colorado Buffalo team. 85% of the team is black. What is the difference between elevating young black men there or elevating them any other place? Now he can bring in a lot of other young black men who might not have been able to get into an FBS school because they all want to go there. Let's keep it real. Okay, let's keep it real. Everybody want to play on the biggest stages. Period. Don't come to me about, oh, Big Charles, you don't know. Y'all know I am the pro as black as out here. But let's keep it all the way real. People want to be on the biggest stages. His job, like he said, is to elevate these young black men into being great men. Why the hell does it matter where he's doing it at? Stay focused. Stay focused on what the goal is instead of tearing him down. The goal ain't to elevate white institutions. The goal is to elevate each and every young black man that he can. So by him setting up Jackson State the way he did, the coaches that's going to come behind that is going to keep that same culture going. Same way when he go to Colorado. The coaches that's going to come behind him when he move on from there, going to keep the same culture going. Then you're going to have other young coaches that come from that tree. You know, when people talk about the Bill Belichick tree, the Nick Saban tree, now Deion's going to have a tree. And it's going to be a lot of black, modern, young coaches that come from that tree that is able to bless all kind of young black men and women. So the hate has to stop. It's ridiculous. We standing up for it. Deion, shout out to you, Coach Prime. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to, you know, having your son gonna be a starter, but he still gotta earn it. I mean, it's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So, I ain't gonna keep yammering and keep going on and on, but stay focused about what it is. Okay, the man had a $300,000 salary, did everything he said he was gonna do, donated half his salary. Now he getting up to $5 million. Do you still think he's not gonna be donating to Jackson State? See, y'all not even thinking. Now he could do even more for HBCUs. But no. You want to you clocking in niggas. You know what I'm saying? Don't even understand the mind frame of the bigger picture of what we really got to do as a people to dominate, to get ourselves all the way in to where everywhere you look around you see one of us, not just at certain HBCUs, but all around, and not just on the field, on the sidelines. You know, when you watch a college football on ESPN or ABC, the CBS, the SEC game, and you see the coordinators up there in the booths, guess what you're going to start seeing? You're going to start seeing all black coaches in those booths. Being able to all use parts of their salaries to give back to the black youth. We need to celebrate what this man is doing. If you don't have the intellectual fortitude to see the big picture, then watch this video over and over, because I'm breaking it down to you how the dominoes falling, how that Coach Prime tree can branch out so many different young black men that are doing positive things in the sport of football and other collegiate sports. All right, so it's Born Leader TV, man. It's Big Charles, man. I'm tapping out. Shout out to all the real ones, man. Nothing but love. Born Leader TV.